back in Monza as the teams get ready for the final race of the weekend. But before we get into the action, let's talk about one of the most important aspects of a Formula 3 car. Well, we all know that old race tyres are used as safety barriers on tracks, but before they get to that, they have to provide grip for the drivers. Hankook provides this grip for the 4th consecutive year in the European Formula 3 Championship, with the tyre specially developed for the series.
Formula 3 tyre is a specification of 13-inch inside diameter. Then we have for the front axle 180 millimeters and for the rear axle 240 millimeters. The tire looks very simple, but we have more than 3,000 materials in, so it's very difficult to combine everything and to have a good performance.
Of course, you don't always use a slick tire. The weather will dictate exactly what you need.
What we call window is a combination of track temperature, air temperature, setup, driver, pressure, and the temperature of the tread pattern. And the ideal working temperature of the tire is around 80 to 100, 110 degrees. In winter tests we face sometimes 0 degrees temperature, track temperature. In the hot summer we can have up to 40, so the tire has to work a lot in a big window.
Felix Rosenqvist completing a hat-trick of poles at Monza after the drivers were read the riot act on Saturday night by the race director. They got away with Charles Leclerc, the number 7 car, challenging on the run down to the first corner. Then number 2, Jake Dennis, and Antonio Giovinazzi trying to go outside, inside at the first chicane. There's the habitual first corner crash behind, but Leclerc makes his start well and goes into second place. However, the incidents are just about to start. Giovinazzi's teammate Ryan Tvita had a crash at the first corner. Rosenqvist leading as Ferrucci goes straight through the second chicane. Milka Motorsport teammate Mikkel Jensen also has problems. This is Ryan Tvita and Fabian Schiller down at the first corner. As you can see, big incident bringing out the safety car. After restart, Leclerc once more tries to hang on to second place, trying to get by Jake Dennis. Dennis hangs on to second place at the second chicane. Behind them, Menezes, Maizano, Jensen and Ferrucci battling for 5th. Ferrucci into Ascari too quickly. His 17th birthday on Sunday in Monza, but not a good place to take his teammate off. Long straight down to the Parabolica. Lance Stroll in the number 25 car on the inside. The Milka Motorsport driver using all the brand new tarmac runoff area and more as he battles with Ferrucci, with Jensen rather. The race director spent 2 hours briefing the drivers on what would not be considered acceptable. However, it didn't seem to make as much difference as maybe it ought to have done. Mikkel Jensen off in the gravel after contact. Safety car is out once more. Stewards then took a look at the race incidents and decided things were not going to improve. As a result, the race was cancelled.
After the second race, we informed all the drivers that in case they misbehave like in the second race yesterday, we do the same today.
And that means cancelling the rest of the race. First there's confusion at Prema Power Team, then they realise that they have indeed won once more. Felix Rosenqvist wins 3 races in Monza, but half points in 2 of them. Disappointing result. he should have had a much bigger point score.
Yesterday they were quite clear. I mean, it's not acceptable how the drivers behave on the track. And they told us that if we have an incident in the first 2 laps, the race will be finished behind the safety car. And when I saw the crash in the first corner, I realized immediately this race is going to be behind safety car and probably half points. And I cannot understand how, honestly, how the drivers can be so stupid when they have a meeting for 2 hours and they just say, you know, cruise this race to the finish, and we go on in Spa the other week, and you know, which is an easier track and all that, and they just fuck everything up in the first lap again. It's unbelievable, and we are the ones suffering for it because we are working hard, finishing on the podium.
Well, despite half points, he is getting closer in the championship. Next race is at Spa in 3 weeks. Catch up with the action now.